Leo, welcome to your tarot reading for May 2024. We begin with the Ace of Swords in your past position. This is saying you may have had a significant breakthrough or moment of clarity in your recent past. This card often represents new ideas. It's about intellectual clarity and mental triumphs. So you may have recently gained a new perspective or had a moment of profound insight that has really set the stage for your current circumstances. The Ace of Swords is very much about the talking stage of an idea. Swords people really love to talk things through. When they have a new idea, they want to discuss it with their friends, with their colleagues, and they will often talk themselves into almost having to act on an idea because they've shared it with so many people that it almost kind of forces it into reality. There's an element here of perhaps you having some kind of idea in your career or your workplace and being in a stage recently of talking it through with your colleagues in order to strategize around this idea. This card is very much about an idea with a clear plan and strategy behind it. And the crown and the leaves at the top represent the ability to bring an idea into reality. And that very much has to do with any successful plan usually has a really good strategy behind it. So this card is all about that initial stage of an idea where you're really talking things through. You're trying to find flaws in the idea to save yourself trouble down the road. So I see you perhaps partaking in some discussions around a new creative idea, some kind of new project or venture that has been kind of in the talking phase or the planning phase recently. In your present position, we have the Six of Swords. So another swords card here. This suggests that you're currently in a period of transition or moving away from a challenging situation. This card really signifies a journey towards calmer waters and smoother sailing being ahead. So you may be leaving behind some difficulties or emotional baggage and seeking refuge or a fresh start in a situation. And while the road ahead may still be a little bit uncertain, you're really being guided by hope and the promise of better times ahead. This card is very much about stability, seeking out stability through mental activity or a mental approach to stability. I'm seeing here, if this is a career related reading, which I'm definitely kind of getting that from this combination of cards here. This is kind of a situation of you understanding how to move past conflict through using thought, really thinking your way through a conflict and understanding the best way to deal with it, to kind of steer the ship away from conflict, disagreement, troublesome, quarrelsome situations into a situation that's a lot more calm. This card also sometimes indicates travel over water. So there might be something in your life that's requiring you to travel, and this might be a career-related thing. The people in this card, they're really moving forward kind of on faith as well. The cloudy skies in the background here, it means that they're not really able to see very far ahead, but they're heading out on this journey anyways. And because they can't see far ahead, they're really having to focus on what's happened in the past and also their current emotional situation. So I think you are in this process of, yes, steering yourself towards calmer waters, but that's really requiring a process of you looking back at your past and realizing, oh, when I said or did this, that, or the other thing, that didn't work out well. So now I'm going to try this new tactic of dealing with conflict that is going to result in me really entering this kind of more calmer, more stable part of my life or this situation. So I see you really kind of taking charge here through thinking something through and coming up with a new strategy that's really going to propel you into a situation that's going to feel a lot more calm, less turbulent. This can also be you leaving behind some kind of workplace or work situation that has felt very chaotic. Maybe you reached a point where you thought, enough of this, I'm out of here. So it might be you actually leaving a workplace or just some kind of situation that was causing you some strife. In the position of challenges you might face this month, we have the Two of Wands. So you might have some difficulty right now in facing or making decisions or choosing a path forward. This card often represents a sense of restlessness or indecision as you're weighing your options and considering the potential consequences of your choices. You may feel torn right now between staying in your comfort zone and venturing into the unknown. So finding clarity and confidence in your decisions could be a challenge at this time. You may really be avoiding making a decision out of fear. And I'm getting this sense that you may be wanting to leave some kind of situation because it's feeling a bit turbulent or chaotic for you, but fear is kind of holding you in place. You're really doubting your abilities to thrive and prosper elsewhere if you do leave this known situation behind for the unknown. So that might be an obstacle for you right now, kind of feeling like you know that you want to leave, but having fear get in your way of actually making the decision and taking action on it. So your job this month is to get as clear as you possibly can in your mind about this decision and the pros and cons, and also gathering some courage. If you know deep down that you do want to make this move, allow yourself to do that. So that might be the challenge, is just to gather some courage around making a decision. And speaking of courage, we have the next card in your reading in the position of opportunities around you this month, the Strength card. This card is very much about courage. And it's indicating that you really do have the inner strength and courage to overcome any obstacles that you encounter. You have a powerful reservoir of inner resources. You've got determination, patience, and compassion, and you can really tap into all of that to face challenges and decisions, because it looks like you have some decisions to make here. You are going to be able to find opportunities for personal growth and self-discovery by embracing your inner strength and facing your fears head on. This card showing up in this position, and especially after this Two of Wands, it's telling me that if you do make this decision to leave this chaotic situation or troublesome situation, you are going to be successful. You just have to, again, gather up that inner courage to make this decision. And it's going to be better for you if you do this. If you decide to leave this comfort zone, you're going to be very much capable of creating new and better opportunities for yourself. You just have to tap into those inner reserves of strength within you and really have confidence in your ability. I think it's very much coming on the heels of this Two of Wands in the challenge position to remind you, you are capable, to say you should be confident because you have everything you need to make a success out of a new start if you need to. And I think you know that you do need to do this. So the Strength card is showing up to say opportunities abound if you take courage and make this decision, and the right decision, which I think is leaving behind something that's not working for you anymore, that's creating conflict or turbulence in your life. In the position of advice for this month, we have the Two of Swords. So this is advising you to find balance and clarity in your decision-making process. Again, we have these two twos here, which twos are all about decisions. And it looks like this month you're really going to have to make some kind of life-altering decision. This card often appears when you're feeling conflicted or unsure about which path to take, and I very much see that for you. The figure here is blindfolded, and that's suggesting a need to really trust your intuition and your inner wisdom rather than relying solely on logic or external guidance. And that really plays into this Two of Wands. This fear might be saying to you, oh, we should stay where it's comfortable, where we know the devil we know kind of thing. But you know deep down, your intuition is telling you to leave. And I think that the Two of Swords in the advice position is saying, trust that intuition in terms of this decision. It's essential right now to take the time to weigh your options carefully, but avoid becoming paralyzed by indecision. This is a card of allowing yourself to take a moment, to take a breath, retreat a little bit from daily life, to really think clearly about this decision, get some solitude, get some time alone to think this through, because that's how you're going to get clear. Other people chiming in, external circumstances weighing upon you, that's just going to cloud your vision. You really need to get in touch with yourself and your own thoughts about this. That's what's going to help you. But again, don't allow yourself to go so far into that energy of thinking that you get paralyzed and you don't do anything. That's not the right thing to do. Really trust yourself to make the right choice and have confidence in your ability to navigate what lies ahead when you make this choice, because I think it's going to involve some change, some leaving behind of something, but you're going to have a lot of inner resources to pull on. So have the courage to, or have the confidence to understand you can absolutely handle this change. This blindfold is really about, in this image, sometimes how our past experiences can distort our sense of reality, how maybe something negative in the past happened when we left a situation before we felt ready, and that ended up being kind of a negative experience for us. Maybe there's something like that where you think, oh, in the past that didn't work out for me, and that's actually distorting the reality of this current situation. So there might be something for you to examine there, where past beliefs are kind of holding you hostage and they don't apply anymore. This is a new situation. You're a new person, and you absolutely have the confidence and the courage to make this work, whereas maybe that situation in the past had a whole different set of circumstances that made it less likely for that to feel or be successful. Don't let that distort your thinking right now, because it looks like if you make this decision to leave this situation, it's going to work out very, very well for you. The Strength card in the middle of this reading with this beautiful yellow glowing energy is saying, yes, it's time to make this decision. Think it through carefully, absolutely, but don't let fear get in the way of doing something that you know you really want to do. Don't let fear paralyze you from making this decision. Allow yourself to start steering your boat towards calmer waters. Gather up those resources of strength and confidence, and you will be in these calmer waters before you know it, and in a much better position. So that is your reading for this month. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. Thank you so much for being here. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.